Hello! It is Tuesday, and if you've been paying attention, you know that means
It's our favorite day of the week.
it's our favorite day of the week. Because me and Dr. Murphy here get to talk some trash. So it's Trash Talk Tuesday officially, and I've got some good stuff for you. Are you ready?
Kind of trash.
I don't want to call it good. It's actually pretty awful, which makes it a good topic, I guess. So here's what happened. So, now this was about 3 years ago, but I guess the case is now starting to wrap up, and here's what happened. A small Pennsylvania county paid almost $5 million to a family whose teenager collapsed in one of their jails because she was having a heroin withdrawal. Okay? So, the family's lawyer said that the jail staff basically ignored her medical needs. She was going down fast. She was having severe withdrawals. Apparently, I don't know what a bag of heroin looks like, but apparently she was using about 10 bags of heroin a day. So when they threw her in jail, she was having lots of vomiting, diarrhea, was super dehydrated. They gave her a little bit of Ensure and some water and some adult diapers. That's what the jail decided to do to help this girl. Apparently she was so dehydrated that once she was back from, once they took her to a medical unit, it was too much. She was so far gone, they couldn't save her, so she died.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess really, here's the next thing, and I'll just give you the whole full rundown, you let me know what you think, because I would like to know what you think should be done in situations like this, like the medical side of things. But apparently now, policymakers are talking about what types of treatment you should do in jail and what types of interventions medically should be done to ensure that the withdrawal is less severe so that people aren't dying in jail.
You know,
what do you think?
You know, I think let's not talk so much about that, but let's talk about incarceration with why this happened to begin with. Okay?
Yeah.
And bottom line, it happened because the police department didn't want to foot the bill for take care of this woman.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot.
Yeah.
It's very expensive to take them to the emergency room.
Yeah.
And get the care they needed, and hospitalization and stuff like that. Because this woman's care to get her,
It's so expensive.
She would have spent a few days in the hospital, and so
Yeah.
the jail would have got a bill for $3, $4, $5, maybe even $10,000 by the time all is said and done. And then she's not out of the woods yet, because her withdrawal's going to go on for weeks, and so she'll need treatment afterwards. So they're looking at a potential $30,000, $40,000 bill from the hospital.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't do it.
Yeah.
Now it's just not about heroin. Okay, it's about infections. People get thrown in jail with STDs. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But jails, in particular, don't want to take care of them.
Yeah.
Now, many years ago, in this particular town, this would have been right at about 20 years ago. We had a police chief named, I think his name was Niemer, something like that. I don't know, but he's long since gone. But anyhow, I was working in the emergency room at the time. I won't mention which hospital, but everybody knows which hospital I was at. Anyhow, they were bringing their inmates in, and they would release them from custody. In other words, they would bring them to the emergency room because they were having a medical problem, release them from custody, and then once we got done with them, they would turn around, pick them back up, but they'd have to rearrest them and take them out. But nobody told us they were released from custody. So they would bring their inmates in, leave them in the emergency room, and the police would leave. And maybe our security was there, maybe it wasn't. And then they turn around and come back in a couple hours later. Well, they're ready to go, yeah. Well, what that did is it threw the bill on the inmate that was incarcerated.
Whoa.
Here's the problem. The inmate, even though they needed medical care, couldn't make a choice where to go. The police department.
They dragged him there.
The police department made that decision.
Wow.
All right. So this is what happened one night. Okay, this is where it all blew up, thanks to me, your favorite doctor.
Yes.
They brought this woman in for domestic violence. And let me tell you, she got a whooping.
Yeah.
But I think she gave as much as she's got.
She was giving it good for her.
Yeah, she was. Okay. So the police bring her in. She had some cuts, bruised, banged up a little bit and everything. Well, they took the handcuffs off and she stayed in bed just nicely. And I sewed her up, put some stitches in there and everything. But I found out that, police had released them from custody. So she,
Oh my gosh, I totally see where this is going.
yeah, I know you do. So she asked me, she goes, what now? I said, well, I guess you can walk out the door. You're done. I'm all done with you. You don't have any questions, problems? No. There's a door. She goes, well, I'm under arrest. I said, no. When the police department brought you in here, they released you from custody. I'm sorry to say you're responsible for the bill, which we all know I'm not going to get paid for this one, but that's okay.
It was worth it for you for this moment.
Yeah. So I said, there's the back door. I guess you can just walk out if you want to. She goes, you may just walk out the back door. I said, sure. She goes, you're not going to call the police? I said, what for? I said, I don't know why
I'm not.
You didn't break any law in front of me, right?
Yeah.
So she walked out the back door. You're going to love this. So the police department shows up a couple hours later. Says, where's our prisoner? I said, you don't have any prisoner here. We brought a prisoner in. I said, no. You released him from custody. I said, I can't keep her here. I said, that's wrongful imprisonment.
Look at you.
I can go to jail. I said, so where's your, quote, prisoner? I guess they're wandering the streets of Joplin. You should maybe make an effort to go look for them, because I don't know and I don't care.
And what did they say?
Well,
I bet you they were
okay. Well, I don't think the officers really care, but the chief did. So he came down to St. John's Hospital next day, raising a ruckus, saying that I was a jerk for doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not a jerk.
Yeah.
You release them from custody. You want me to break the law and wrongfully incarcerate these people?
Yeah.
I can't hold them against their will. That's against the law. So don't sit here and tell me what I did was wrong, because it wasn't. Legally, it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So until they get their figured out.
Yeah.
I mean, they have some problems, and it's very expensive, and I feel for them. I mean, they got their budgets and everything else they got to work on. I mean, this is a big deal. So but at the same time, if they're going to incarcerate them, they take on the responsibility and obligation to see to their welfare.
Yeah, I agree.
And if they don't arrest them, I guess.
Yeah.
Let them wander the streets. And if you're going to let them do that, well, let's just get rid of the police department altogether. Let's just let's just go back to vigilantes.
Yeah. Which, of course, in case anyone wants to take that clip, he does not mean you should actually do that.
What, take the law into your own hands?
Yeah.
Oh, apparently he wanted me to.
Yeah, he apparently wanted you to.
Yeah, I was like, well, make me a sworn deputy. Let's just call this tombstone.
Yeah, that's really interesting, though. And because they literally handed her, the girl we were talking about originally, a diaper, some Ensure, and some water.
There is no ER in the country that will take care of her heroin overdose with a diaper, Ensure,
and water. Yeah.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, the girl, she died.
So they're basically practicing medicine without a license. They think they know what they're doing, but they don't.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm
$5 million later.
Oh, there you go.
Not to say that's enough. I mean, the girl lost her life. I mean, she probably the route she was going to anyway. But unfortunately,
I know, but she wasn't offered a chance.
She didn't have
to
a
get
chance.
better.
No.
And I'll be honest with you, Michelle, typically I'm pretty hard on criminals. I mean, you know what? I used to work down at the jail in Kansas City, and the one thing that was a truism, every time I went in there, I never met such a large group of wrongly incarcerated individuals.
Oh, of course.
You just ask them. They were framed, they were set up, they had evidence plan. Every one of them were innocent in the jail.
Yeah.
But they hired me to come down and take care of them.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
And that's what they have taken on the obligation to
do
by arresting individuals.
You know, I'm sorry, but you might want to figure it out in your budget and put it in there, because that's what's going to cost you.
Yeah, and by them figure it out, that means the people who are in charge of putting their budget together. Man, it's a tough, it's a long and winded.
You know what they should have done is call the hospital and try to work out a deal to where, can we have a contract where you can take care of these people for X amount of dollars per person per year? I mean, something. I mean, like the lady I sewed up, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't get paid, hospital didn't get paid, police department didn't get paid. They cost more revenue sending people around trying to look for her. So no, a simple phone call and do something, but they chose to do nothing.
Yes, which is why they were sued.
And lost. They didn't have a leg to stand on.
Well, tell me what you think about this, and then we'll wrap it up, because I know this video is going a little long, but apparently the Pennsylvania Secretary of Corrections, his name is John Wetzel, he started offering methadone and other drugs approved to treat opioid addiction.
What are you going to do? Get the police officers methadone and have them dispense them?
Yeah, I think so.
Put them in a Pez dispenser and say, here's your dose for the day?
Here's your quarter, go get it at the gumball machine. So that's what I guess that they're thinking. I mean, I guess long story short, they're trying to find ways to wean people off of it, but to me, I think, I don't know, but you still have the responsibility to ensure these people aren't dying in
Better hire a
prisons.
medical professional to do it, because it's not easy. These are tough problems. And I have taken care of people like this, and they are tough, because there's so many things that can go wrong and typically do with them. I mean, you're just not talking about withdrawal, you're talking about infections, HIV disease. I mean, it's
All kinds of things.
It's hard.
Potential things.
It's hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, give them a methadone dispenser and they're spreading HIV in a jail cell by biting and fighting people. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't know. They don't care.
Yeah.
So, and somebody might be that's innocent. Now they're going to get sick because of this.
Well, and I guess ultimately at the end of the day, they weren't, this girl wasn't treated like a human. Like it was just.
They treat a dog better.
Yeah.
They would.
And
at least they give them a bowl of food and
she's still
water.
a person at the end of the day, you know. So anyway, just for the record, we love all our police officers. We love what you do. We're not trashing anybody locally. It's a tough place. Everybody was in a hard time. But this specific case was a little rough.
It is.
So there's that.
It is.
So there was our trash talk. Hey, that was a good story. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was.
Anytime Doc has the opportunity to prove a point, you can bet he will.
Yep. Prove a point to the very end.
Alrighty, well thank you for that, Dr. Murphy, and thank you for tuning in. Share this video with your friends. Let us know if you have any questions you'd like me to ask, and we will see you next week.
But I'm not anti-police.
Neither am I.
Okay.
We love you guys. Thanks for all you do. See ya.